In this video, we're going to update you on the latest news about Disneyland's phased reopening, also the Splash Mountain retheming that's coming to Walt Disney World and Disneyland, and other news around the Walt Disney Company. So we're going to get right into the news. Hey there, my name's Eric D, and on this channel, my hope is always to make your next Disney adventure a little bit more magical with tips and tricks, food reviews, and vlogs. So if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. And it's likely that your next Disney adventure is going to be happening either at Walt Disney World or any other Disney park except for Disneyland, because Disneyland, the phased reopening, has been pushed back a little bit. Disneyland was scheduled to reopen on July 17th for its 65th birthday, but last week, Disney officially announced that they're pushing that back. In their official statement, Disney said, "We previously announced a proposed phased reopening of our theme parks for July 17th, pending government approval. We developed enhanced health and safety protocol for both cast and guests at Shanghai Disneyland Resort, Hong Kong Disneyland Resort, and Walt Disney World Resort that have been approved, allowing us to reopen in a responsible manner and bringing our cast members back to work." The state of California has now indicated that it will not issue theme park reopening guidelines until sometime after July 4th. Given the time required for us to bring thousands of cast members back to work and restart our business, we have no choice but to delay the reopening of our theme parks and hotels until we receive approval from the government officials. Once we have a clear understanding of when guidelines will be released, we expect to be able to communicate a reopening date. End quote. It's also interesting that they go on to talk about negotiation agreements with the employee unions. So it's pretty clear from the way the official announcement was written that they aren't saying that they don't think it's safe. They make it clear that they put many new health and safety protocols into place. The holdup seems to be the approval from the state of California. I know a lot of us were excited for Disneyland to be reopened on its birthday, but I think this is going to be the first time Disneyland will be closed on its birthday. So that's going to be something a little bit different. And the Grand Californian Hotel and the Paradise Pier Hotel were scheduled to be open the next week after that, but they've also told guests there that they need to reschedule or cancel those reservations because they are not going to be opening at that time. What it looks like now is they are accepting reservations from August 1st on, so my guess is Disneyland is looking for an opening at August 1st. And if that news wasn't surprise enough, the biggest news last week was that Splash Mountain is going to be rethemed at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland. The music, the animatronics, and seeing Brer Rabbit outsmart Brer Fox and Brer Bear have helped make Splash Mountain one of the most popular attractions at Disneyland for 30 years. And it's certainly one of my favorites. Yet change can be a good thing too. I can think of plenty of examples where things changed, and you know what? For the most part, they turn out for the better. Whether it's Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse becoming Tarzan's Treehouse, the different updates to Pirates, changes to Small World, the Tower of Terror becoming Guardians Galaxy Mission Breakout, or losing part of the Rivers of America and Big Thunder Ranch to get Galaxy's Edge. Lots of those examples were stressing people out to begin with, and you personally might not love all of them, but I think for the most part Disney has a pretty good track record. And when it comes to this retheming for Splash Mountain, I think they've assembled a dream team of Imagineers. Trita Carter, Carmen Smith, Scott Trowbridge, and they're having Tony Baxter come back as a creative advisor. If you don't know who these Imagineers are, look them up. They're all amazing and have led amazing teams and projects, so it gives me a lot of hope. And as I'm sure you've heard, the Splash Mountain retheme will be to Princess and the Frog, which for Disneyland seems to fit perfectly right on the outskirts of New Orleans Square. Disney's official statement about the attraction said, "We pick up the story after the final kiss and join Princess Tiana and Louis on a musical adventure, featuring some of the powerful music from the film, as they prepare for their first ever Mardi Gras performance." I think there's tons of potential for this attraction, thinking of all the animatronics they already have in there and thinking that you can add Princess Tiana in there, thinking what you can do with fireflies, making things night, and lots of the beautiful music from Princess and the Frog. I think that's going to be amazing. So I think it's going to be really neat what they can do with it. Once again, Tony Baxter was one of the main people behind Splash Mountain when it was originally created, so I love that they're bringing him on as a creative advisor as they're changing into this new thing. So yes, I know we all have lots of good memories on Splash Mountain, but I think this new attraction has a lot of potential, and I'll be interested to see what they do. Hearing that there's going to be music from the film in there gives me a lot of hope, because sometimes when it's like, oh, it's a new adventure and not so along the lines of the movies, sometimes I get a little worried about that, but it seems like they're on a good track there. I'm excited to see what they do. So it's gonna be fun to see. No word on when that's gonna happen. When the parks do reopen, it's still gonna be classic Splash Mountain for the time being. we're going to find out more in the future about when the refurbishment and changes begin. Then I just wanted to touch on two other things that I thought were interesting. Broadway in New York. As you know, I love Broadway, and Disney on Broadway is something I love to see. The plan was that on September 6th, Broadway was going to reopen. They announced yesterday that Broadway is actually going to remain closed until January 3rd. And so yesterday, Disney on Broadway sent out an email survey asking a lot of people who visit Disney on Broadway shows a lot, several different questions as far as what can we do to keep reaching out to you guys? Do you want more things, on social media, YouTube? If we were to offer tickets you can buy now and use them at any time within the next 12 months when Broadway reopens, how would you feel about those options? If we were offering a ticket that you got Disney Plus and got to see a Broadway show within a year, how would you feel about that? So I think Disney is really trying to look at some ways to keep their Broadway shows going when basically most of 2020 is going to be gone because it shut down mid-March. So kind of sad news for Disney on Broadway and Broadway as a whole. The other news, the live-action Mulan, which was originally supposed to come out in March, and then it was pushed to July 24th, it has been pushed back again to August 21st. So that's going to be the first kind of big Disney movie in theaters since all of this happened. So it will be interesting to see if they push it back again or if they're going to stick with that date, because I think not enough theaters are open currently. People are still not quite feeling comfortable going out to the theaters, so they pushed that back to August 21st. Alright, this week has been another one of those newsy updates, so thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you did, give this video a like. I would love to hear what you think in the comments below, both about Disneyland and their reopening plans, and also with Splash Mountain and the changes that are coming there. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Hopefully in the coming weeks, I have some things that I'm pretty excited to share with you on the channel soon, and hopefully we'll have less of these news updates because things will be getting back to normal and we can get to some more regular things that I like to share on this channel. But hopefully you guys are doing good, staying safe and healthy. But thank you so much for watching, and we'll see y'all again real soon.